graduated in 2012, but after that, my sister started the school, and now my dad's here, so it's almost like I haven't really left.
What was your favourite subject at QA?
So you can see up there, it's a bit small, but the textbooks that I'm standing on are the HL Maths, Physics and Chem books, because I was nerdy enough to choose all of them, but I really, really liked them. Dad wanted me to say that physics was my favourite, but I have to say it'll be maths. Sorry.
When you think about your time here, what were some of the highlights or best memories?
I really liked the fact we had pretty small classes, because you can actually ask teachers your questions, and sometimes you get time to talk between your friends. But once you get to uni, you sit in lecture halls like this big, and usually only about 30 people turn up. So you sit there and there's a lecturer out the front just talking to you, and no one wants to ask any questions or answer anything, so it's a bit boring. Yeah.
What special opportunities do you think the Academy experience provided you?
I think the Academy has a lot of opportunities, like the leadership and volunteer things that I didn't really take up, but I would really say it's really good if you can do at least one of each, because here anyone can do it. But once you get to uni, it's sort of, you have to have some experience before they give you a leadership opportunity. So if you've had that in high school, it will be much easier for you to apply for the things you want to do.
What was it like working here with fellow Bright students?
I really liked it, because I found you could really achieve academically without feeling bad about it, because everyone else here wants to do the same thing. So it was really good to have other people who were about your level, and you could push each other to do better than what you think you could have done at a normal school.
What are some of the things you've done since graduating from QAHS?
So I was able to join the Griffith Mates last year, which is the people who wear the red shirts during orientation week. And so any questions when you guys come, when you're starting uni and you're really lost, you can come and find any of us. So it's been really good. And I was able to go with the Honours College to Vietnam. It was almost all expenses paid, and so that was really good. We got the whole trip and really good accommodation too, which I was really surprised. So, yeah.
How has the transition from school to university worked for you?
It's been really smooth, because I find a lot of my peers now find that the volume of the content is the hardest. Like, the things we're learning is not that hard, but it's just there's a lot of it that you have to learn, and being able to do the IB and learn something for 2 years, it's been pretty easy to just learn it as we go.
Do you think the IB has been helpful for your university work, and how?
So yeah, once again, with IB, I know you're all really good at cramming, so year 12s, cramming 2 years of stuff for next term. But in the uni, you'll be glad to know that we only do things for 1 semester, and after that you most likely won't get tested on it again. So that's been really, really good.
What were the best learnings from QAHS for your life in general?
I personally really didn't like English and talk in school, sorry, but I have to say it's been really good to know how to, because you're all able to write grammatically correct sentences and put together a cohesive sort of argument. So when you're trying to apply for things, it's been really good to be able to easily write up something that makes sense, and people will choose you because they know, oh, this makes sense, and I can see their argument and they sound like a good candidate for this position or anything you want to apply for.
So if there was one tip you would like to share with the current QAHS students, what would it be?
So I have a lot of tips, but I would like to narrow it down to one for each cohort. So year 10s, which side are you guys sitting on? In the middle? Okay, so you guys are at a stage where you're just starting IB, So I'd say it's really important to get all your foundations right. So know everything now really, really well, because it'll just make year 11 and 12 easier, much easier. Now for the year 11s, you guys are sort of halfway. It's sort of hard to, if your foundations weren't so good, you can try and fix them as well. But you can also set your goals now. And I would really suggest, I remember one time, one of the only assemblies I remember Miss Lehman talking about was setting your goals. So it's not about, I'm going to set my goal and I'll try, and it's not about, I'll do my best. It's about, you're going to do whatever it takes to get there. So if that means, if that means cutting down a little bit of your social life, or when you're studying, don't go on Facebook, but after that, go on Facebook. That's fine with me. And so that's what you want to do. Set your goal. If you want that 7 at the end of year 12, you've got to put in the work now. So with year 12s, it's not time to continue learning from the textbook. It's just about doing the IB questions, because you're not gonna, there's no point learning anything new that might not get tested. Just do the questions so you know what you'll get asked. I suggest when you study, you have 5 things on you. First, all your IB questions, paper, your IB pencil case, so just the pens, everything you need in front of you, the data booklet, and some notes or a textbook to refer to. No computer, no phone, not even a clock, so you're just working and you don't even know how long you've been sitting there for. But that would be my suggestions for you.
Well, thank you very much for speaking to us today. And on behalf of the show, we'd just like to thank you for your great advice.
Thank you.